welcome guys. Today I'm going to be doing a ranking of all 20 Apex Legends guns. We're going to be going from, in my opinion, the worst to the best, and since this is my opinion, if you're gonna leave your opinions down in the comment below, don't get into a fight, let's have a lively, friendly talk about why we believe that this gun or this gun is the best and why this gun is the worst. Now, like I said, there's 20 of them. I'm going to be going from what I think is the worst and to the best. Now, I have some unpopular opinions because I use them here, and you wouldn't expect that. The RE45 is at number 20. The reason why I don't like the RE45 is that it shoots fast and it's hard to lock onto your opponents. Even at close range. I mean, you got Wraith and Pathfinder who can jump around so often that to use the RE45 that's bouncing up and down, it's really hard to use. Now, you'd also be surprised that our triple take is in the number 19 spot. The reason why I don't like the triple take is because I like it better at close range than a distance. The way it shoots is not okay, and you don't have that many attachments on it or even scopes that really work. Now, you would see this one coming, that's not where that goes, that the Mozambique is in number 17 or number 18. You would think that this one would be in number 20. A lot of people don't like it. Daquan can use it like a beast. I think that this Mozambique is actually a good beginner gun. A lot of people say they would take any gun at the beginning except for the Mozambique. I would take the Mozambique. If you do double Mozambique, you have 6 shots, which is about how many is in a sniper clip. And all you gotta do is hit headshots, which honestly in this game is not that hard unless you're facing a Pathfinder or a Wraith. And it's got some medium damage compared to the other shotguns, but it's not that bad. And then it's obviously a joke that I like this P2020, but it comes in at number 17. P2020 is good because it has a lot of shots in its clip, and it does mid-range, but it has more shots than the Mozambique. I would take a Mozambique or a P2020 at the beginning of the game. That's all I have to say. This one, the Hemlock, comes in at number 16. This gun, I'm going to rate it on its original mode. This gun would be a lot higher up, or a lot lower, I don't know, on the list if you had it on single fire mode only. But since that I'm rating it by original, it's at number 16 because yes, it does more damage than the P2020 or the Mozambique. It's still not that good, and the 3 shots, it bounces up and down and it's just really hard to hit. Next, apparently, I believe number 15 goes to the R99. A lot of people think this is the best submachine gun. In my opinion, I think the Alternator is the best, but we'll get to that. The R99 is my least favorite submachine gun because it shoots so fast and it doesn't do that much damage. For me, it's really hard to hit people, and that's why it's at number 15. Number 14 comes to the G7 Scout. The reason why this is higher than the triple take is triple take's basically a shotgun. The G7 Scout is such a good weapon to have at the beginning because it's almost like a single fire mode assault rifle. It's kind of like if you got a Hemlock at the beginning and used it as single fire mode. It is really good, and that's why it's at number 14. Next comes the EBA Auto, my second least favorite. Or the next shotgun on the list, the EBA Auto, is at number 13 because the reason why I don't like it is it's a slow shooter, and so it's hard to hit, and jumping around doesn't work for me, but ducking does and sliding does. But even to that point, people hit me with assault rifles, and it just doesn't work out that well. So that's why it's at number 13, and number 12 comes in at the devotion. This is at number 12 because it really does run out of ammo really quickly, but it's like not horrible. If you get this gun and get your hop up on it, it can do damage. If you wanted to use this gun alone and no other gun, and you just got a whole bunch of energy ammo, you could totally go on to win the game with this. But coming in at number 11 is a Spitfire. This gun is a little bit higher up on the list than you would thought. This gun is a slow shooter. That's the only reason why it's a little bit higher up, and that's because it's a slow shooter and it doesn't really fit well with me. If it shot just a little bit faster, I think this gun could be one of the best guns in the game. Next, starting off our 10 is the Craver. This gun I don't like because you have to reload after every shot, which is a problem for me. And it's so loud because it's a huge sniper. But other than that, normally if I have what I want, like an R301 and a Peacekeeper, then I wouldn't trade out for this gun. But if I have an RE45 and a R301, I'm going to change that RE45 for this Craver. And it actually is a very good gun, and damage-wise, you just got to be able to hit your shots. This one is a surprising one. Number 9 is the Mastiff. This gun is a slow shooter, just like the EVA, but the real point is that it's not as slow as the EVA, in my opinion. I find this gun to be very well, and if you hit headshots, you can instantly KO. And in my opinion, headshots aren't that hard in this game, so that's why that is coming in at number 9. And in number 8, the Flatline. I really like this gun. It's an unpopular opinion. This gun is honestly one of the best guns in the game. That's why it's coming in at number 8. The reason why I like this gun is not only does this Code of Honor look awesome on this, but it really shoots at a mid cycle. It's not too fast like an RE45, but it's not too slow like an EBA Auto. And it really comes in handy when all your teammates are down and it's the only good weapon you have. And let's say you have a Mozambique, which I have been in that situation. You go in, shoot your 3 shots, miss 1, pull out the Flatline, they come around the corner, they don't expect it. And with a good scope, with the long range scope on this for mid to long range firing, it does good. Now you need a really good scope for long range, but I say this is a good close to mid battle gun. Now, coming in at number 7 is the Prowler. This gun is terrible, okay? That's what people would say. I like it without the select fire, the hop up. I don't know which one it is. If you get a good scope on it and you just aim a little bit lower to not directly, it fires up and the bullets will hit. And if you aim too low, it's gonna go straight over. If you aim a little lower, it's gonna hit their chest. But if you aim just in a midway, a little bit under them, then you're gonna get headshots for 3 things if they don't move. If they're looting or something, headshots, and they're immediately downed. Now, obviously, if you have the select fire on this, it does an automatic run, and that's when this gun gets really good, especially with your heavy mag attached and a close combat scope. You're in for a very, very good time with that gun. Now, next for me comes the Havoc. This gun used to be my favorite, and then I realized actually that it's not as good as I make it out to be. Now, the skins on this gun are absolutely amazing, but when it comes to actual combat, this isn't good until you get your purple hop up. I do not like the turbocharger on this thing. and it just doesn't flow well for me. But your purple hop-up is absolutely amazing, and you can start up immediately like that, and it just really flows well. And I'd say this gun is about as good as the Prowler with your hop-ups on it. Now, next is the Alternator. A lot of people don't like this gun, but I enjoy this gun. I've won a game going only with an Alternator and a Mozambique. No, not a Mozambique. I don't remember what my other gun is, but my main shooter was the Alternator. And I actually did find an R301, and I did not pick it up because I had gotten 5 kills with the Alternator already, and I hadn't really used my other gun. And I really like this gun because it's a good beginner gun, and my first 3 kills were in the beginning of the game, and it's just so good. If you're able to control it, and I can, this gun can be absolutely a destroyer. Now, I will say that you do need your extended light mags on this, at least a level 2 or higher, because if you don't have that, in the beginning of the game, you can have like a level 1 or no extended light mag, but if you go throughout the whole game with no extended light mag, you are definitely not going to win the game, no matter what. Now, number 4, I'm not a big fan of snipers, but the Longbow has taken a place in my heart. If you've seen one of my live streams, I actually killed, I think, 2 or 3 people with the Longbow on airbase with no scope on it, and it was all close range. People would say this gun is really bad at close range, and I would agree, but one of them didn't have 2 weapons, and the other 2 one had a Spitfire and one had like an R301 or something, and I absolutely demolished them. Just hit headshots, and it can actually destroy people. Now, coming in number 3 is going to be the Peacekeeper. This gun is not a good gun by itself, in my opinion. Like, not talking attachments. Like, if you don't have another good gun with this, you aren't gonna do real well. It's a slow shooter, and it's not terrible. It is kind of terrible by itself. But if you go in with a assault rifle or submachine gun, I like submachine gun in my opinion, but go with whatever you want, which are fast shooters, do most of the damage until you run out of clip, and then while they're reloading, pull out the Peacekeeper and headshot them, and they're instant done for. And that's why this gun is so good, is because it can make friends instantly, and it can let you down if you don't have the right gun with it, but if you do, it is one of the best guns. Now, coming in number 2 is the R301. Not only does this gun have amazing skins, but this gun shoots really fast. And the point about that is guns that shoot really fast aren't that good. Like RE45 does very little to none for damage and shoots really fast, and it goes off point. It's really small, and that's why that's at number 20. But with the R301, it's a huge gun. It's hard to maintain it sometimes, but if you got a good scope on it and your extended light mag and your other attachments on it, this gun can be killer. Now, coming in number 1, I think a lot of you saw this coming. The Wingman, in my opinion, is the best gun in the game. By itself, it's crap. Okay, let's be honest. No scope, you can't do anything with this gun, especially close range or far. This is a mid to no range at all. If you get a digital threat on this gun, you're guaranteed to get a couple kills, because this gun is insanely good. Not only to that, but once you get the headshot hop up and get headshots, people go down instantly, and that's why Wingman is number 1. Let me go through my list one last time. At number 20, we have the RE45. Number 19, we have the Triple Take. Number 18, we have the Mozambique. 17, P2020. 16, the Hemlock. 15, the R99. 14, the G7 Scout. 13, the EBA Auto. 12, the Devotion. 11, the Spitfire. 10, the Craver. And 9, the Mastiff. 8, the Flatline. 7, the Prowler. 6, the Havoc. 5, the Alternator. 4, the Longbow, and my top 3 are 3 Peacekeeper, 2 R301, and 1 the Wingman. If you guys want to see more rankings, let me know down in the comments below, and until
This is where it ends.